ask a heavy question real quick. Are black people who mourn the death of Hulk Hogan coons? Are they Uncle Toms, sellouts, Sambos? Or are they just fans saying goodbye to a character that they loved growing up? With the recent news of Hulk Hogan's death, social media is divided. And of course, black Twitterers came ready. Some folks are reminiscing about watching WrestleMania, ripping their shirts off like little baby Hulks. And others are saying, how can you cry over a man who literally said the N-word with his whole chest? Today we're diving into that tension. Is it possible to separate the man from the moment, the person from the performance? Or is mourning someone like Hulk Hogan a betrayal to the black community? Let's get into it.
I'm from the twin, same hood, same friends, that's if you're looking for me. But if them laws looking for me, that's a different story. Ay.
Yo. What's good, gang? You know the name. It's Transition representing Gaptooth Gainz, and I'm back at y'all with another video. Go ahead, hit that like button for me as you come on in. Drop a comment down in the comment section and let me know how you feel about this video. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed, because we going up. We on our way to 5,000, so if you want to rock with us and help us get there, just tap that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell. But let's be real for a second. For a lot of us, Hulk Hogan was that dude. He was a real-life superhero to millions of kids. Red and yellow, the bandana, the flex. He was wrestling in the late 80s and early 90s. If you grew up poor, black, and stressed, wrestling was an escape. And Hogan was the face of that escape. He was larger than life, dropping leg drops on villains, cutting promos about vitamins, prayer, and being a real American. To many, especially young black boys of that time, Hulk Hogan was a part of their childhood mythos, much like Goku, Michael Jordan, or DMX. So the mourning isn't just about Terry Bollea the man. It's about saying goodbye to a memory. But let's not sugarcoat this, because this is the part where the split begins. In 2015, exactly 10 years away from his death date, an audio leaked of Hulk Hogan in a full-blown "I wish my daughter wouldn't date black men" mode. He didn't just say the N-word, he dropped it repeatedly. He referred to us as fingers. He said that he'd rather his daughter date a rich white guy than a broke black guy. It wasn't a slip-up, it was a rant.
There's a point where I really broke this black guy's son, where they've been hanging out, I caught them holding hands together on tour, they were getting close to the time before I'm feeling fucking good. I'm not a double standard type guy, I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. You know, fucking weird. But then when it comes to nice people, you know,
we all are that way.
Yeah, but when it comes to nice people, you can't say. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Fucking football, fucking basketball player, that happens. If we're gonna talk with vendors, let's get a rich one. The kid is a multi-billionaire, right? But the thing is, now they start doing these nasty emails, so someone would arrive at a relationship. And so now don't ever want to talk to anybody.
And this wasn't 1972. This was pretty recent. And because of that, many in the black community feel that mourning this man is betraying your people. They say, he said what he said. He didn't like us. So why are you crying over him?
Hey, do you know how little of a I give that Hulk Hogan was your childhood? If you want to post your little tribute for that orange racist bag of go ahead and post it and keep it pushing. But don't criticize black people or anybody for that matter celebrating that little piece of rotting in the grave. He died on the 10-year anniversary of his racist rant leaking. And when it leaked 10 years ago, he never apologized. He released a PR statement, and when he had an opportunity to apologize to the black wrestlers in the locker room, he just went on a whole tirade about how you need to be careful about what you say because people are recording you. All the black wrestlers that were a part of that meeting said the same thing, and I believe them. I don't believe the real-life Terry Bollea, because the real-life Terry Bollea was a lying piece of a lying, racist, selfish piece of Like, he was very instrumental to the success of wrestling in the 80s and where the WWE is today. Nobody can take that away from him. But to be honest, he just played his part. Vince had a vision to take wrestling global. Hulk was the right guy at the right place at the right time to play the role that Vince needed him to play. Because when you look at his career, everywhere else he went, he was a cancer. Besides the NWO forming, which was Eric Bischoff's idea. And Hogan didn't even really want to do it until the last second. Outside of that, he has done nothing but take and almost destroy the wrestling business. WCW does not exist anymore, partly because of Hulk Hogan and his selfish actions.
Here's where I stand. And I know some of y'all aren't going to agree. But I believe you can separate the man from the character. Because if we're being honest, we do it all the time. Let's start with the obvious one. R. Kelly. That man has serious disturbing charges. But when Step in the Name of Love come on, everybody gonna be two-stepping, okay? Michael Jackson. Whether you believe he was guilty or not, he was accused of some horrible things. And he's still globally loved. We're still moonwalking across that playlist. James Brown. My grandmama used to tell me about how James Brown would beat women and is known for beating women. But my grandmother also loved James Brown. Dr. Dre, he assaulted D. Barnes. I was listening to Dre Day yesterday. Look, their music and legacy are still loved, alive, and respected. We're in a culture that is consistently negotiating these lines. We watch movies made by people with checkered pasts. We listen to artists who have done wild things. And in most cases, we separate because we grew up with them.
Y'all went in on me about Hulk Hogan telling me to shut the F up and all this kind of stuff, but I'm going to continue schooling you because I am educated and y'all are unlearned, so listen to me. I bet you have these luxury brands in your closet. Number one, Gucci. Do y'all remember the blackface sweater that they had? And they're also known for stealing designs from the black legend himself, Dapper Dan. Louis Vuitton. They got called out for having a lack of diversity. Christian Louboutin, they profit heavy off the black culture with little black inclusion. Can I keep going? Prada, I bet you wore Prada this past weekend to the club and you're going to wear it this weekend. Hell, you probably got it on right now. They pulled monkey face figurines that looked like blackface. Y'all remember that? Dolce & Gabbana. They are completely racist. They had ads mocking Chinese people and calling China a country. And you want to come at me because of my opinion about Hulk Hogan when y'all sitting up with all these luxury brands in your closet? Hello, people. You're wearing clothes made by racist people. Wake up. Stop being stupid.
Let's take it a step deeper. Because this ain't just about Hogan. It's about the black community's complicated relationship with forgiveness. We're some of the most forgiving people on the planet, and that comes from survival. When you've been through what we've been through, you learn to protect your peace by letting things go or becoming bitter. That doesn't mean you forget, and it doesn't mean you just excuse, but sometimes it means you release. And for many black people, mourning Hulk Hogan isn't a political statement. It's not cooning. It's nostalgia. It's grace. It's saying goodbye to a piece of joy from a time where life was simple. Let's talk real. Mourning someone doesn't mean you agree with everything they did. It means you're mourning the part of them that mattered to you. Is it possible to feel two things at once? Yes. Can you feel disgusted by what he said as Terry Bollea and still feel nostalgia for what Hulk Hogan represented in your childhood? Those two things can exist together. And I don't believe it makes you a coon. I think it makes you human.
Hulk Hogan has passed away today at the age of 71. He died on the 10-year anniversary of his racist rants being leaked online. I repeat, 10 years ago, he said a bunch of racist stuff about his daughter's boyfriend. And 10 years from that day, on the same exact day, he did. The simulation is simulating. But it seems like the internet's up in arms. They don't know whether or not to keep calling him a racist now that he's passed. And I think I have the perfect way to handle that on a game I would like to call Is It Racist?, where we come to a final verdict on whether or not Hulk Hogan is a racist. Line number 1, and I will be reading these verbatim. And I quote, "Brooke is f***ing the black man's son." Now, off the rip, I don't feel like that's racist. I feel like that's him stating the obvious. His daughter Brooke was sleeping with a black man's son. Final verdict?
Safe.
Next, line number 2, and I quote, "I don't give a f*** if she's dating an 8-foot tall as long as he's making $100 million. That's racist. I don't even know where you're going to find an 8-foot tall. And final verdict?
Racist.
Next, line number 3, and I quote, "I guess we're all a little racist." Who is all Hulk Hogan? What are you talking about? Listen, if you would have said everybody was prejudiced, I think everybody has a little bit of prejudice in them. But racist, very, very specific. I'm going to assume you meant prejudice, so final verdict?
Suspect.
Next, line number 4, and I quote, "If we gon' with the let's get the rich ones." He could be in a Quentin Tarantino movie today. What do you mean if we go? Anyways, final verdict?
Racist.
Next, in line number 5, and I quote, "I am racist to a point." What is the debate here? He told us he was racist. And what do you mean to a point? You're either racist or you're not. There is no point. Anyways, final verdict.
Racist.
Next. Now, with a final score of 3 racists, 1 suspect, and 1 safe, I think it's clear to say, Hulk Hogan, your final verdict is
Racist.
Thank you for playing Is It Racist?, where we find out, is it racist? Now, during the times of somebody passing away, we usually give a moment of silence. But for Hulk Hogan, let's give a moment of very loud noise and let him rest. Not in peace, just rest. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. You know I love you and I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, stay out of trouble.
At the end of the day, we all draw our lines in different places. Some people can't separate the man from the character, and I respect that. Others, like me, understand that nostalgia doesn't equal endorsement. I'm not saying you have to mourn Hulk Hogan. I'm saying if someone does, it doesn't automatically make them a sellout. It might just make them someone still trying to make peace with a complicated past. Let me know in the comments where your persona was deeply flawed. But that's all I got for y'all in this one. Be sure to catch me in the next one. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment down in the comment section, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. And until next time, gang, you know the name. It's Transition representing Gaptooth Gainz. Y'all stay up, brother. Oh yeah, and don't forget, life isn't about making it from point A to point B. Life is about living in between the gaps. Peace out.
Lane sippers and mean strippers who just all about the green and it means just fast living. And I'm not one to judge, cause I've been off that mud double cup with no fucks when I pass limits. And who don't like to smoke and get gone off a cone, but it would not get blown unless gas in it. Hold up, we bout to roll up. I got some smoke, keep you up like it's Folgers. Rookies try to hit the cookie, fuck around and throw up. So we drop the hottest pen verse and it blow up. But we got some recognition from a nigga, so what? We be walking down the street, get beats like I know us. Now bitches in the sheets, but the freak on the meat skis, keep grab the feet. Hell yeah, make them toe touch. You know what? I go nuts, but yet I'm steady focused. Probably from the bomb ass fly with no lotus. I can't even think how many trees we done smoked up. Whatever the number, gonna fuss, you'll need a tow truck. Getting shit across the seas with ease, put a boat up. That's no lie, baby girl, no joking. Shorty said she can't swim, I'm behind the back stroking. Do it for the love of buzz, stuff a blunt, make it swell and your fucking chest open.